What is up, guys? Ritzy K here, bringing you a video that was supposed to be released last year, December 28th-ish, and yeah, so it's a little late. That's fine, it happens. So this is Holiday Cup. Holiday Cup's not in rotation anymore. It's only Master League right now, and I don't really care for Master League all that much. I don't care for Ultra League either, but I'll do what I can. I'll make an interesting Master League team, I think, or something that'll help me climb at least. So yeah, so this team: Dewgong, Ludicolo, Sableye. Ludicolo. Am I insane? Yes. I wanted to end this year out with some spice. I think I did that pretty well. Minus the ending the year. I'm actually starting the year with some spice. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into these battles. So into game 1, we have Dewgong versus Wigglytuff. This can be tough, but because of the Icy Winds, we actually could win this matchup. We can flip it around. So we go ahead and we rush the Icy Wind. Water Pulse isn't a good move in general, so it doesn't really matter if we go for that over Icy Wind. Icy Wind will do about the same damage, plus it gets a debuff. So we go ahead and spam the Icy Winds. We lower this thing's attack as much as we possibly can. It does just get to a move right before it would have gone down. I opt to go for a shield here, even though it may not have KO'd. I just didn't want to risk it. I wanted to keep switch. He brings in a Alolan Graveler. This thing is really, really strong. Essentially, it's a hardcore core breaker for most teams in this cup. So I wait a little bit. I go ahead and bring in Sableye. Probably should have brought in Ludicolo just to scare him off and fake that I have a water type move. Aside from Bubble, of course. So he goes for a Stone Edge, and because he did that first, I have to shield the Rock Blast, even though I know it's a Rock Blast. I don't want this thing going down quite yet. So I go for the Foul Play. He opts to shield it, so now we're both out shields, and I tried to catch the move, and I do catch the move. So what's the move, though? What is it? It's a Rock Blast. Rock Blast would have KO'd from that range. That's perfect. He brings in a Drifblim. This is a really good matchup for Ludicolo. We have the Ice Beam. Okay, so we go for the Ice Beam. How much does this do to Drifblim? Oh my goodness, that's insane. Ludicolo, you beast, man. So it's probably going to go... Oh, it actually goes for the Shadow Ball. No way. I go for one Shadow Claw. I hit the Foul Play, and he doesn't get to a move, and the Foul Play has to KO. Does it KO? It does! That was a very, very close game. Okay, into the next one, into game 2 here. We have Dewgong versus Figaroth. Very, very bad lead. So I switch in Ludicolo. He brings in Skarmory. That's okay, we have Ice Beam. We have Ice Beam for a reason. So we go ahead and we load up an Ice Beam. We go for the Ice Beam. It's not going to do a lot, but it does an okay amount considering it's not even stab. So he goes for a Sky Attack here. I'm not too worried, but then it KOs me. So I'm a little worried. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Dewgong. I'm going to lower this thing's attack as much as I can. I try to overfarm, I believe. At least I should. I should be trying to overfarm. He goes for a Sky Attack. That does nothing. I don't care. Yep, I do go for an overfarm. That is the better play by me. We want to have something loaded up for the that Figaroth. We want to lower its attack as much as we can. He gets another Sky Attack, and I actually shielded it. I think I shouldn't have shielded, and I still would have lived. And I threw the Icy Wind, which is super unfortunate. I could have had 2 Icy Winds for this Figaroth. We go for a Water Pulse, hoping it'll do more damage, but he actually shields it, and I bring in Sableye. This is really scary, because Sableye does take a lot of damage from Bulldoze. And what's his last? It's a Graveler. At this point, I think this game is over. I don't think we can KO this Graveler and the Figaroth. I no shield. He goes for the Rock Blast. It does so much damage. I go for a Foul Play, and he just shields it. He knows the win condition, and he gets a move in before his Volt Switch was even done. But it actually didn't KO. So I go for a Foul Play. How much does this do? It knocks it out. So I bring in the Dewgong as fast as I can, and Figaroth gets to a move. Very close game there as well. And we go Sableye, and he gets knocked out. Into the third match here. Dewgong versus Obstagoon. Another really, really bad lead. So I go ahead and bring in my Ludicolo. Ludicolo loses to this thing because it's an Obstagoon. What doesn't lose to this thing? And he brings in a Alolan Ninetales with Charm. If this was Powder Snow, I'd be a little bit more scared, but it's not. So I go for the Weather Ball, knowing he's not going to shield. He doesn't shield. It takes a ton of damage. Oh my goodness, but he charms down Ludicolo, so that's not too good for us. So we go ahead and bring in Dewgong because we do not want Sableye into a Charmer. He goes for a move. It's a Psy Shock. It still doesn't really do that much damage. So let's be real. This thing's not a... His charge moves don't hurt too bad. And I was really hoping to get the farm down. We just barely can't get it. That's so heartbreaking. We KO the Ninetales. In comes the Obstagoon. We debuff it with Icy Wind. Let's see. Will he shield it? He does shield, so he's down a shield. I bring in my Sableye, and now my only win condition is to bait with return. If I can land a return on this Obstagoon, I can take this game. So I farm up a little bit. I go for the foul play bait. Let's see, does he shield it? He does shield it, so all I have to do is get to a return, but he brings in a Talonflame. Oh no, this is not good. My switch clock is not up yet, so I hit this Talonflame with return. I double Shadow Claw. Can we get to a return before this Obstagoon gets to a Night Slash? Come on. Oh, just barely. It farms us down. 1 turn difference. Oh, that's such a heartbreaking defeat. And it loads up on Night Slash, and it gets the unnecessary boost. Into Game 4, we have Dewgong versus Superior. This is kind of scary. This Superior could potentially actually win this matchup, even though I am part Ice, and I have a really good Ice-type move. So he throws right away, I shield. Basically, I know this is going to be a 2-shield. I know we're both going to double shield, and it's going to come down to who can get their next move after both shields go down first. And actually, I really didn't expect a foul play to KO, or sorry, a frenzy plant to KO after a double debuff anyway. But we'll see. We'll see if he gets to it. So we go for the Icy Wind. He shields. We both have no shields now. He does get to a frenzy plant. He's -2. Will this KO a Dewgong? It doesn't KO. We still have life. Oh, but he farms us down. I bring in Sableye. I go for a full farm down. It gets to another Frenzy Plant, but it's -2. I'm not too worried, but it still does so much damage. This is not an XL Sableye. That's why it's not as bulky as XL Sableye. Very unfortunate for me. And then he brings in an Alolan Ninetales with Charm. Oh, this is not looking good for us. We hit it with a return, though it does so much damage. We bring in Ludicolo, and he has Pelipper. We still have play here. We can do this. So we go for the Energy Ball. This is going to do more damage. It's Stab, higher damage move. But it just doesn't do any damage, and I opt for the top left. Unfortunate. Into the last game here, Dewgong versus Marowak. This is totally fine for us. He brings in Figaroth. I bring in Sableye. Sableye can win this very, very easily. We just have to watch out for the Bulldoze. Does he throw Bulldoze? Nope, he throws a Body Slam. I shielded a Body Slam. Now I look like an idiot. He has another move loaded. Let's see, is it Bulldoze? Please don't be Bulldoze. Nope, it's Body Slam. That's good. That's fine. We go for a farm down. We go for the foul play. Will he shield our foul play, or will he let it go? Let's see, a little bit of lag here. He does shield it, so he wants to play this out in the 2-shield. It's very, very risky for him. And, oh, he has Brick Break! He doesn't even have Bulldoze! We have no fear. We just go for a little bit of farm. We go for the foul play. Will he shield it? He does shield it. I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that play. We get to another foul play right before we go down. We need this to KO. Please, knock out. Oh, just barely. That's okay. We wait out. We're deciding what we want to do. We bring in Dewgong. If this is Brick Break, it's going to hurt a little bit, but Brick Break is such a bad move. You can see it barely even... It doesn't do anything compared to what it would have done if it was Bulldoze. So in comes Frostlass. This is kind of scary. Frostlass can beat my Ludicolo pretty easily. So I go for the single debuff. I bring in Ludicolo, and it goes for an Avalanche. That does an okay amount of damage. At the end of the day, I just wanted my Dewgong to be able to farm down on Marowak. I go for the Energy Ball. It does a lot of damage. These bubbles are adding up a lot. He actually has Hex. That's even better for him. Hex is neutral. Fire Spin wouldn't be doing as much damage. He goes for the Shadow Bone. He burned all his energy. I still have a shield. I don't think this is a Shadow Bone, but it is a Shadow Bone. It doesn't do that much damage, but he gets the defense drop. Oh, come on. Okay, so we go for the Icy Wind. We have to go early, and we hit for a lot of damage, actually. I'm kind of surprised. In comes Frostlass with no shields. I still have a shield. So we go for the Water Pulse, hoping it'll do just a little bit more damage. And it's 1 HP. It gets to the move. It throws a move, but we have a shield. We don't care. Can we KO before it KOs us? Yes, we can. We barely sneak in the Ice Shard. Oh, good job, Dewgong. Definitely the MVP of this team. So those were pretty fun battles, I gotta say. Ludicolo, definitely not very bulky, and I really wish I had an XL Sableye. It would have helped a lot more. But what you gonna do? At the end of the day, those were really fun. I gotta admit, those were really, really fun battles. I still remember I was having a lot of fun, even though I did lose most of the battles. They were still very fun. So yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you all have a lovely start to your new year. Comment down below what you think of the video, what you want to see in the future. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more spicy content in the future. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!